A chilly afternoon as we get set to tee it up here on EA Sports College Football. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 3rd. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Blazers will bring the punt team onto the field. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Ready to fire from the pistol. On the run, it's Clemens. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, 5. Go, go.
Jones wants to throw it. Punch it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Look out, he's got room. Oh, a lot of space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Blazers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll go back to work on offense. Jones to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they're not on the same page there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll pull it down and run. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. He's going to fire deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Running inside. It's Lacey. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
The Blazers will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what?
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
Hey, some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
On the ground, it's Clemens. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab in their space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. First down here for the offense. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Jones wants to throw it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab on the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Wants to throw again. Lets it go to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Blazers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
Go, go. Go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. Hauls it in. Hard-hitting tackle.
A really nice job by the quarterback putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short.
Ready, ready. Hey, move. Let it go.
Quick release on the RPO. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
So after the break, they'll go back to work.
Ready. Go, go.
Jones to throw. That's caught. It's Daniels. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Behind the chains now on second and long.
Here we go. Ready. Ready to go.
On the delay, it's Clemens. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And so far early in this game, and you got to be impressed with this defense and the physicality, and it's stopping the run. You could tell it's a priority for this defense. They're up there. They're close to the line of scrimmage. The ground game right now not going, and the defense is dialed in on it.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long.
Ready, team, ready. Bubba, bubba. Sweet, sweet. Return. Run. Booster, booster. Ready, go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Ready. Wide. Check, check, check.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the single back. Could be an alley. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now they'll try the right side. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Looking to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Jones wants to throw it. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Clemens. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They're dealing with a second and long. Tight end now in motion. Now on the counter. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man in the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And we'll try 3rd down again, this time with 20 yards to go after the hold. He's looking downfield to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Jones to throw. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Thompson. Turning it on. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Looking for a crease, it's Mills. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Rides to back and leaves him. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Makes the catch. How about that tackle to stop him short on 4th down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15.
Caught, and he's got room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Blazers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Working that left side now. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. The run inside. It's Clemens. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking long. Makes a grab right down the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Pocket breaking down. And they got it. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half.
Sweet. Booster.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 15 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Scarlet Knights, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
Jones to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This one's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Kennedy. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Clemens. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. And here comes the punt team. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to find room outside on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Blazers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And the Blazers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Jones wants to throw it. They're working that left side. There he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll throw it from the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Clemens. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point was good. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Snap it to the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lacey. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Blazers will try to pin them back with the punt. Takes it on the return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Jones to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the 1st half. 2nd half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th.
Ready, go!
Jones wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Now on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. Finding some room. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Running inside. It's Lacy. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Dead center perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. And the offense says thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be first down after the personal foul penalty. Jones to throw. The short hands, it's Mills.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to it. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Blazers. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Gets the back moving. Jones wants to throw it. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Blazers. The defense takes matters into its own hands. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the tackle is made on the return man, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Kennedy.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision.
Snatches it on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Jones to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Looking for space. It's Mills. Picks up the first down. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
Hey, take it. 89-19 fireball. 89-19 fireball. Where did he go?
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Pass. Now we're to 3rd and goal. You'd like to see this part of the field where you can exert some of that physicality, run the football. I know you're doing it. I know the field shrinks, but I'm going to be tougher than you, more physical than you, and I'm going to run the football down your throat.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. It's complete on the right side. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. He'll set up to throw. Looking for the score. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. They give it to him again. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, 3rd downs, get him the football. Shoot, 1st downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance
Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. It's the Nevada Wolfpack and the San Diego State Aztecs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Nevada about to kick it off to get this game started. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Keelan Russell. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Aztecs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Harrington. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Aztecs will call on their punt team. He makes the catch at the 10. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They're showing that toughness using the ground game to create breathing room. They've got it out to the 15.
Strong safeties are guys you can spin down and a lot of times spend a lot of time in that box, which means he's going to be in the run fit. He's going to be making tackles consistently, and he comes up.
Maybe a crease. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust, and some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
The run inside. It's Allen. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Slings it downfield. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Sends it back in motion. Russell throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Becker. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Big fullback's got it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. They'll run the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Now on the option. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. And the Aztecs looking to convert on 4th down. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. Throwing Russell. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Makes the grab. It's Skinner. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the middle. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Under fire. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
It's complete to the left. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good...
Touchdown, Nevada! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And here's the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keelan Russell. Fires to the right. Got a man. It's Taylor. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Aztecs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Run it with the fullback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Goes to the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Back to pass, it's Harrington. Looking for a big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Third down play from the gun. Right down the middle. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Nevada. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Nevada going quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The Wolfpack uses its final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking left. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Dances away. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Nevada will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Harrington. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And the Aztecs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Breaks into the open. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense. In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to...
Maybe some room here. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Nevada ripped off a huge chunk on the ground, and now they'll try to keep it going. The give to the fullback. And into the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. Coming out with it, it's Mack. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Here's a heat. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want to change.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He might want another play. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Bust through behind his pad. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, San Diego State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes it past the marker. Here's a little room there. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Turning it on. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Oh, they're after him. trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Aztecs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Making side adjustments here. On the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Now improvising. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. Now the toss. Got a little grass. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and it's Nevada holding the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Here comes the option. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
Russell pulls it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Trying to surge it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Aztecs. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Running inside, it's Pringle. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
There's some room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Wolfpack, after that big run, might want to see if that just works again. To throw, it's Bailey. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
One thing you know with this guy at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the fourth quarter with the lead.
It'll be 3rd and long. The give to the fullback. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Big pickup on the ground, knocked out at the 28-yard line.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
Fullback's got it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Nevada trying to run out the clock and finish the deal. The run inside. It's Allen. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Give to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Harrington. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throwing right. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Wants to throw it again. Gets it out quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. You're going to hear guys after these games say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot.
A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. No home field advantage in this one, just a great stage for a neutral site showdown. It's the San Diego State Aztecs and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. And the Aztecs ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Levitt. Rushes on him. Finds his big tight end. Runs through a man. He might have space. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
What a fantastic individual effort by the big fellow there. That was a relatively short throw, but he shows you the athleticism and what he can do with the football once he has it in his hands. He looked like a running back out there, making guys miss. Really good vision, nice speed as well. The coaches are loving that.
Under fire. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Pocket breaking down. Trying to find the end zone. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their 1st. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Sure hands, it's Marsh. He's got enough for the 1st down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's got him. There he goes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The give is to Taylor. There's a crease. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, San Diego State. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And the point after is good. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Dropping back, it's Levin. He's got it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Caught in the backfield. It's Marsh. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. We've reached a break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Might have a chance. The tag! And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Aztecs! Casino del Sol Stadium. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. It's the San Diego State Aztecs and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
San Diego State's head coach told me before the game, he said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Give to the big fullback. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They ran it on first down, now on second. Carr. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Bringing the heat. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Running inside, it's Taylor. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Fires to the tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Quick release by the QB. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying to impose their will with the run. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Could be an alley. Touchdown, San Diego State. Great job by the back on the option.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Carr on play action. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Here's Carr to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Going to take a shot. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Throwing. Carr. Here comes the heat. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
He's got it on the move. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. To the air again, Carr. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
This defense has been able to force a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this time? Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And they will score. Touchdown, Ducks! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Mack. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. The run inside. It's Taylor. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. Finding some room.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Harrington. Under fire. Trying to buy time. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Works it ahead for 6 yards on the play. That'll be enough for the first down, and it also takes us to the 2-minute timeout. The Aztecs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Aztecs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Harrington. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that
one. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a man on the left. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Aztecs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The RPO, it's complete. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
From the gun. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to throw, it's Harrington. Back's got it. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Carr. Pressure coming. He gets away. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here's a heat. Finds his big tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Ducks will snap it on first and 10. Play action, C.J. Carr. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Harrington. Oh, they're after him. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to bang this one through from 52 yards out and the left hash. Oh, he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And the Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Harrington. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. Hauls it in. At the 45 on its way. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Becker. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. And the Aztecs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes a catch. Maybe a crease. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. That's caught. It's Clark. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. It's caught. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the big fella, usually blocks, but has a nice little run and met by the strong safety. He's called the strong safety for a reason. Those guys are, oversized safeties that are really strong. They're usually strong tacklers. Did a good job getting the big fella to the ground. Just gave up a little too many yards.
Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way.
And another mistake from
The Aztecs headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Looking for room. It's Sutton. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical.
Snags it on the right. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Nice move to keep running. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with the running back. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, and now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
To the air, it's Harrington. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And the Aztecs line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Sutton. Runs through a tackle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the 2nd quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
Here we go. Ready?
They feed him again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking deep down the right side. Got it inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Harrington. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Aztecs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Becker. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Aztecs getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Got it. Maybe some room here. Breaks the tackle. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Aztecs. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. The extra point here would tie the game. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a gap. It's Sutton. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. And they can't make the play on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, going to the air. He'll try to do it himself. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. A fresh set of downs after that fourth down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go back to the air on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Goes high to pull it in. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Harrington. He'll take a deep shot here. Upstairs, he's got it. The Aztecs call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. The snap sets up the throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. The Aztecs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's caught downfield. He's loose on the right. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got him downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Harrington. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Looking to throw on first down. Firing toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Harrington. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Aztecs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for you.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. That's caught. It's Marsh. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept, easy pitch, easy catch.
That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. This time he wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Thomas. Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. Touchdown tie! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Harrington. He's going to let it go. Pulls it in on the right. Finds some room. Touchdown, Aztecs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the 2nd half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Marsh. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Now on first down from the 28. Wants to go right back downfield. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. On the move, it's Thomas. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
They finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs.
Wait just a second. They're going to go for it here, and, man, if they don't get it, it brings losing into the equation. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the first down.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar...
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! The defense putting points on the board.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover. They force it. and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
The Aztecs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Dropping back, it's Harrington. Caught close to the marker, it's Becker. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, San Diego State.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. Slithers into space. Turning it on! Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. And the Tide answer.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
Straight ahead from inside his 25. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Harrington. Under fire. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he puts through the extra point. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. He'll be stopped on the return right at the 30-yard line and helps out this offense a few extra yards in field position. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously, the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
They'll send the back in motion. He might want another play. Looking to pass. It's Harrington. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Working that left side. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Aztecs call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.